I'm ready.
Yeah. Yes. My name is Aimee Allison. I'm the founder of She the People. She the People is a national network to elevate the voice and political power of we women of color. I founded She the People to uphold 4 fundamental values. First, to love our own and each other. To seek justice for all. To ensure that everyone belongs. And finally, to make sure that this American democracy lives up to its greatest promise. We are making history here in Houston today. This is the first ever presidential forum focused on women of color. I want to thank you all for coming in on planes and buses and in your car from all across the country, 28 states in all. I want to thank our amazing, beautiful women of color, our partners here in Texas. We are a powerful room. 42 years later, we return to Houston, Texas, where the term women of color was born at the National Women's Convention in 1977. But I want to tell you something. Our lineage runs further back than that. It goes back to Harriet Tubman, to Sojourner Truth, to Ida B. Wells, to Ella Baker. It goes back to Grace Lee Boggs and Yuri Kochiyama. It goes back to Zik Khalasa and Queen Liliuokalani. She the People found voice in the Cherokee Chief Wilma Mankiller and organizer Luisa Moreno. And it was exemplified by Houston's own, the great Congresswoman Barbara Jordan, in whose honor we do this today, who taught right here at the great Texas Southern University. And She the People resounds with our hero Shirley Chisholm, who began her historic run for Congress some 51 years ago today. These are our godmothers. We walk in their footsteps to this moment. With this forum, we women of color, Black, Indigenous, Asian American, Pacific Islander, Latinx, and Muslim. We're kicking off the presidential season. Today we meet 8 presidential candidates vying for our votes in a nomination process for the Democratic Party. Our hope is to advance a national conversation to help voters distinguish which candidates stand with and for women of color in our communities. And let me tell you something, the candidate that does that best and most consistently will win the nomination and the White House in 2020. She the People is about a politics we have not yet seen. We want a country where people can live with dignity. We want to insist that whoever receives our vote and our support will govern with our deepest values and full humanity in view. Remember, we're a powerful voting bloc. 1 of 5 voters in primaries are women of color, and we are 25% of the voters in key swing states of Texas, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Arizona. But in case people think electability starts in the South, let me remind the country we're also the strongest Democratic Party voters in Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and California. The stakes could not be higher. From the highest office in the land, we have come under consistent and active efforts to dissemble the laws that protect our basic civil and human rights, relentless attacks against Muslims, immigrants, black women, asylum seekers, the poor, students, and our transgender service members. In all our communities, we have been deeply affected and harmed by the cruel policies and practices of this country, especially in the last 2 years. But listen, we're not going back to 2016 or any other year. We're taking the country forward. I believe women of color are the saving graces of our democracy. We are holding up moral standards for the rest of the nation, and we do this not just for women of color. We do this for all of America. So please, I want you to tweet and post early and often with hashtag #SheThePeople. Because trust, we're going to have a brilliant and stunning conversation online with the country's strongest and most intelligent and most brilliant progressives, and that's you. So we need to hear from you. So if we're ready to get going, take a deep breath, shoulders back, hearts open. We're together in this. And with that, let's get started by asking Joanne Reid of MSNBC to come on stage, our co-moderator.
Hello. Wow. Hey, Houston. You know, when I'm in this city, I'm tempted to say, okay, ladies, now let's get information. Right? For She the People. Well, welcome. This is going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic. We're so excited.
Let's get started.
All right.
Let's do it.